Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am starting off with this cut file that I have gotten, I think for free. It's one of the ones from Paper Issues, and it's called Floral Bundle. And I'm going to do a classic technique of backing a cut file. Now don't get me wrong, I showed you a little bit in the beginning of what it looked like. I swear I either need a new blade or a new cutting mat, or maybe both, because it really, it mangled it. Has anyone else had this problem? You know, when the edges aren't just smooth, it was forever to get it off the mat, and when you take it off the mat, it's getting like destroyed. So yeah. Anyways, I am using the scrapbookingstore.com's kit for August 2018, and I am backing it with the nice green pattern papers, and then there was that dark red one that almost is monotone when you look at it. And I'm going to back all of these kind of calling them roses. And I'm going to take the time. Now, I'm also going to use that polka dot paper you see that was made in a 6x6 on the back side of one of the papers. So it'll be a mix of this red on red pattern paper along with the polka dot ones as well. Now this is an easy technique. I know you've seen it from other scrappers before, so you know you just have to have some patience. And if it's a detailed cut file like this, you definitely need a fine liner because it's so hard to get all the in-between little detail marks to show through on it without it. So I definitely take the time, and I'm only showing you this much so far, and I'll do the rest of it off camera so that you can just see the final result. But it's therapeutic too. I mean, Miguel had the baby, so Valentina was downstairs and I was able to get this done. But then, hence the lighting changes, and I put on one of my big photography lights. I'm shooting at night now. Sometimes I've noticed I'm able to scrap at night once the baby goes to bed and the sun has set. So sometimes it's not going to always be perfect. So I'm using some Heidi Swap. This is the metallic paste. This is an old product from Michaels. I still have some in gold, and so I'm using this checkerboard stencil. This is a CC design one, and then I use a Prima floral one as well, just to add some interest to the background. Now I could have gone bananas on some mixed media as well, but I thought just adding some texture paste in a few nice spots would have it peek through, because I wanted to situate the bundle on the lower left corner and then the single flower up on the upper right. And it does work out quite nice, but this does take some time to dry. So I think I did this part like at night. I let it dry and I leave it, and then the lighting will probably change again when I come back to it. Probably the next day, or maybe I had time that night. Nope, the lighting changed. Yeah. I'm sorry, folks, but this is how the videos have to go right now. But at least I always hope that you A, learn a technique, B, get inspired to maybe try it yourself, and that I'm just showing you how I did it. So the picture I'm scrapping is one when literally this was done at the hospital. Valentina was probably like 3 days old in this picture. I mean, she still had the cone head kind of going on from my difficult labor. She was just the littlest thing. She was born at 6 pounds 6 ounces, and yeah, this was, like I said, at the hospital done. They had a photographer come around. So that's the picture I'm scrapping, since I do have some of them in my Project Life album, but I had this extra one in a pile of, to be scrapped photos. Now I'm looking through the sticker sheet from this collection as well. This is On the Record by Echo Park, and I'm not really loving any of them. So I'm going to start just using some of the borders and some labels and add a few little details. But I think that the cut files are the focal point, and that I didn't really need too much. I mean, some people could add a little bit more, but I just felt like some of the ones that were black were going to be too much of a contrast, and I definitely wanted to keep the layout sweet and lovely. And so I did bust out the not the chipboard, the ephemera pack, that this is also included in the kit as well. And I went through all of them, and I knew they had some flowers, but again, none of them really worked. It was like a camping, outdoorsy kind of ephemera pack, and I didn't like really any of them. So I left it as is, and then I'm grabbing my title from a pack of thickers from an old set. I think this is a Jen Hadfield set, and it just says Lovely in a gold metallic. And I go in later and add a little bit of journaling, and that will keep my layout as simple as possible. I'm just adding some gold splatters from Gold Heidi Shine. I needed to get a new bottle. And that will wrap it up for me. Remember, this kit is from the scrapbookingstore.com. It's a monthly subscription kit for $14. I'll leave the link down below. Have a look if you care to. And thank you for joining me. Bye.